Hello everybody, it's me again Insane Gorilla and welcome back to my channel once again. This is going to be part 6 of What If Deku Was a Robot slash Transformer. Now, where we last left off, Deku recently went to the Cybertronian homeworld of Cybertron. The race is also called Cybertronian, as we all know the Transformers to be. So, he went to Cybertron, as I said, home of the Cybertronians, then immediately proceeded to meet the council, then soon after that go to Kaon and fight Megatron, before he was known as Megatron. And they recently wound themselves up in a prison due to their fight. So we're going to start off there, shall we? In the prison of Kaon. I couldn't find any Kaon, like really good buff Kaon images, so this is what the prison looks like within. But there are a lot more cells. And there's big Transformers watching over the prison as well. We hear Deku just, well, standing there, just waiting, as his cellmate, or next door cellmate, Megatronus, aka Megatron, just stands saying, you just standing there staring will not make them open the door, right? As Deku would just stand there still, not really giving Megatron an answer. As he would just say, of course you do. This is not how things work here in Kaon. If you ever want to prove yourself, you have to be a gladiatorial arena. Well, be in the gladiatorial arena business. Or go to Iacon and be a bookworm like that Orion Pax guy. You know, you're the first one who ever put me through my paces. And for that, you are eternally, in my eyes, my rival. And my equal. As Deku still stands there giving him the silent treatment. As Megatron just grunts, saying, how long till my eye gets repaired? My optics are all fuzzy after our fight anyway. Still staring off into space. Is there anything that's going to get you distracted? As Deku would just, well, start lifting up one of his hands, well, his hand, as he would just, well, put one finger over his, well, his thumb over his finger and just squeezes the top of his thumb down on it, as you can hear electronic popping sound. As Deku would just then do it to all of his other fingers, then doing it to his thumb, then just putting his arm back down. As then he would answer Megatronus's question, saying, I don't care what you say I am, or what you think. You're strong, Megatronus. You just need proper encouragement. As Megatron would say, fair enough. be that way, then I'll change your mind sooner or later. Well, as 5 months go past in the prison, as they eventually get a guard saying, Megatronus, whatever you are, you've got a visitor. As Megatron would actually stand up. As it's Brawl. This is, thanks, guard, I'll take it from here. As this guard would just reply saying, yeah, whatever. Just make sure those two don't get into a fight again. Got a mountain of paperwork to try and get through due to that fight. It's still piling up high. As he would just walk off, as another one would walk up, saying, better keep an eye on you lot. Or otherwise the big guy up there is going to have to come and sort you out. As Brawl looks over to, well, the guard standing there, who's easily twice as taller than him. As he would just gulp, say, yeah, better not bring that guy over here. So, idiots, do you two have anything to say for yourselves? With Megatron saying, sorry, that it got out of hand. As Deku would once again say, nothing. As Brawl would just say, ugh. At least one's apologized. At least you could do the same. Sir, who, or whatever you are. What's your name? Sorry guys, had a yawn. As Deku would still not say anything. As Brawl would just say, I heard the humans calling you the SW unit. SW. Huh. Can't think of anything with SW, so I'm just going to call you Dread. Does that sound good? Does Deku just say, no, that sounds awful. As Megatron will say, somebody else finally got him to speak and all. As Deku would look over to Megatron saying, quiet. Weakling. As Brawl would just say, oh boy. Right. What do you want us to call us then? Call you then? You don't. Come again? I said you don't. So you're going to be one of these nameless people then, huh? The secretary would just say, yes. As Brawl would just say, well, I don't care what you think. I'll come up with a good name for you later. And you'll like it, considering I am your superior in this. Unlock their cages, taking them to Iacon. As this guard doesn't really question it and just does as he's told. A few hours later, they actually walk into Iacon City. Sprawl would just say, the bright city of Iacon. Nothing but book nerds, military personnel, and training yards, along with the great library where Orion Pax is. That's the biggest building where he is, so don't hold your breath to seeing him. As Deku would just say, is there a science area where I can be in? As Brawl would just say, so you're a scientist. Fair dues. I'll make sure we can get you a science position. Megatron just sighing, say he's more of a gladiator than a scientist. I found that one out. With Deku just saying, don't care what you think, Megatronus. Brawl would just say, don't want to hear you two arguing. So, we're off to this council yet again. Well, you are whoever you want to be. His Deku would just reply, call me Deku if you want a name. Deku, right. I thought that was useless. With Deku just replying, saying, does it look like I care? A name's a name. Megatron just sighing to himself, for the great old Spark, what is with this guy? He virtually beats me fair and square. We both get sent to prison. 5 months there. Brawl gets us out to go to the council. For the council only to send us back again. Well, at least that's my headcanon for this. For a bit of comedic timing, he gets a notification saying, far from the truth. Wink wink, hint hint. As Megatron starts going through his mind saying, the frick is going on? As he would just say out loud, saying, okay, that was one weird message I just got. With Brawl saying, message? Somebody sent you a message? And you read it? Jesus, old Sparks. I'm about to lose my own spark because of that. Megatronus has read something. For once in his life. Megatron actually giving him the death glare, saying, say that to my face again, Brawl. As Brawl would actually repeat what he just said. With Megatron charging at him, going to punch him. With Deku actually grabbing his arm and saying, anger, really? You seem like the guy who doesn't read, so you can't be mad at what's true. With Megatron turning his free arm into a flail again, saying, do you want us to continue our battle from 5 months ago? With Deku pulling out his sword and also making his gun appear, saying, try it. I've still got hold of your arm. I could slice this arm off, then slice the other one off, then shoot you in the head. Or even better, stab you through the spark. As Brawl would pull out all of his weapons, including the rocket launchers, as he says, alright you two, enough. Megatronus, you know better than to start bringing out weapons in the Iacon city. And Deku, you... I don't know where to start with you. Just put your weapons away before you get arrested again. As they do. Well, we're all taking Deku on the full tour with Megatron in, tow. They see a bit of crime and some police, quote unquote, sort it all out. And one of them was a very skinny Cybertronian with a few pink highlights. And it was actually a woman with her rest of her body features being blue with a slight hint of pink in the middle of them. Guess who that is? They head towards the council chambers. While meantime, within the council, one councillor says, Blitzkrieg, you have been. Do you have any idea the amount of damage that one has done to Kaon already? With Blitzkrieg standing in the middle saying, Councillors, I know what he did in Iacon City because I was there, and I couldn't really stop him at the time. As soon as I realised he jumped down, I tried to grab onto him, but it was way too late. He jumped down, he had a fight with Megatronus, the fight got way out of hand. The crowd had a good kick out of it, but I was livid. I was about to literally go to prison and rip his spark out for it. Figuratively speaking, not literally. Because he broke one of the biggest laws ever. Especially for a civilian. With another councillor speaking up saying, I don't think we can class him as a civilian anymore. Through that, as another one speaks up, as someone else just says, Blitzkrieg, has he even got an alternate mode? With Blitzkrieg just saying, I wish I could tell you. Well, but I can't, because even though I don't know if he does or not. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's something I cannot help. I tried my best to figure out what the hell to do with him. Only the old Spark knows what to do with him. But the council, all the councillors sort of whispering to each other saying, should we send him into exile? Should we? No, we shouldn't we shouldn't send him into exile. Should we send him on a expandatory fleet and send him somewhere else so he doesn't cause problems? No, he'll just cause problems for them. He'll come back to us. Should we send him back to his home planet so he can cause problems there? Might be best. He could be the vanguard of our forces when we're ready. Send him there? Yeah, send him there. Think it's good? Bet my left leg on it. Better than having him here. He'll cause way too much trouble. Especially with the fight against Megatronus. From all reports, those two knocked each other out. Only Megatronus could stand up to him. We could always send him to the library. Get him to read up on our law. Have Orion Pax teach him. Orion Pax won't have much of a choice in the matter, would he? Orion Pax is Orion Pax. Better than not having him at all. Orion Pax is too busy looking at all other alternative histories. He looks at our history all the time. He must be bored. Yes, but he also reads all the... watches a lot of things as well. Like Megatronus' speeches that he always makes whenever he was in the arena. But I bet even the fight he just had with this newcomer would have definitely reached Orion Pax. So should we still send him to his home planet that he came from, apparently? Yeah, might as well. It can't be that bad, surely. With Blitzkrieg still being there, tapping his arm, saying, they forget I can hear them. Blitzkrieg, send him back to the Earth? Yes. Fine. He'll go in a pod. Brilliant. Well, Blitzkrieg walking out of the council chambers and starts walking to find Deku. With Deku actually walking around with Growl and Megatron, eventually stopping at an edge as he just looks at Iacon City, or Iacon to be precise. With Growl and Megatron sort of stopping in their tracks, looking at him. As Megatron just say, "What is that idiot doing? He looks like he's about to jump." With Brawl just saying, "Possibly. You might want to get ready to transform and go after him." With Deku just still standing there as he starts getting the urge that he needs to fly for some odd reason. As he tries to hold himself off from doing anything even more stupid, he starts to walk away. With Megatronus and Brawl both saying, "What is he up to?" As they all walk off with him. As Deku still tries to fight off the urge to just jump over the edge and transform. Although he doesn't know that's what he wants to do. He just has the urge to jump for no reason. As the urge gets stronger and stronger, his demeanor starts to change. Megatron and Brawl, let's call him Brawl, words, start noticing. As they say, as Brawl, not Grawl, Brawl says to Megatron is saying, "Heads up, I think he's gonna do something." As Megatronus would just say, "I know. I've watched his demeanor, it's changing. We're lucky we're nowhere near civilians, otherwise this make it ugly." As well, Megatron gets stopped by a hatchling bus going past, with a bunch of civilians following afterwards. As Deku waits along with them on the opposite side of a highway, as eventually the urge becomes way too strong and there's an edge that he's at. As soon as the civilians move out the way, Megatron and Brawl quickly run over to him as, Deku drops, flying all the way down. As Megatron just says, "Oh boy." But within Deku's own head, within Deku, he starts changing, turning into a jet. As he goes flying back up, straight past Megatron and Brawl. As Megatron says, "What the hell?" With Brawl saying, "Gee, whoa, that's a jet. He's a jet. We need Blitzkrieg and we need Starscream, because they are the two fastest people to catch up with him. Plus you as well, so I think you better go and get him." With, Megatron saying, "Yeah, I think it might be best to get Starscream and Blitzkrieg, because there's no way in hell I am going to be able to catch up to him." With Brawl saying, "Seriously, you cannot catch up to a runt like him." As Brawl would continue staring up at Deku, as Megatron is literally standing there, mouth wide open, in shock of how fast he is going. Just a side note, in Cybertron's racing history, Megatronus was the first one to get first place in a race. I think Deku just broke the sound barrier and his record. Because not only did he break Megatron's record, He went around the entire planet going at Mark 20. And that's a lot of talk to take. Anyway, going back to the council, as they give their final verdict, saying the unit you brought back from Earth will immediately be going to the spaceport, being put into a pod and sent to Earth, and this is our final decree, as well as they hear a bang as a fighter craft comes flying through the roof. It starts causing mayhem within the council, with the councillors calling in their guards, as the guards get, run in, only for them to get knocked over by the speed of Deku. And eventually he flies back out the hole as, the guards transform and fly after him. And they are Seekers. As Deku just flies as fast as he can upwards, then comes back down, causing all of the council Seeker guards to get out the way. As he goes flying past them at the same speed as he was earlier, quickly changing direction to slow his descent. As he comes back through the roof, a lot slower, but still incredibly fast, as he, transforms back into his robot mode. As all you can hear is the Michael Bay transforming sound as he hits the ground, standing where Blitzkrieg was. As Blitzkrieg just says, I don't have to go and tell him. We can all just tell him together. As the council is furious at this. They say, right, enough's enough. We hereby call this unit from Earth, banishing him back to his homeworld of Earth. He will be our vanguard there. He will take all missions on personally, and he will never be allowed to come back to this planet for the affront he has just done. As somebody runs in saying, council members, we got a slight problem with... Oh, never mind, he's right here. But there is a bit of a big how moment. He's beaten this planet's world record for getting across the planet faster than anybody else. What do you mean? That's one of the councillors talks to him. As this guy just says, you know how Megatronus was the first Cybertronian to get around the planet very quickly, like at Mark 10 or something? As the councillors would just say, yes, and this guy would start shaking, saying he got around the planet at Mark 20. That's 10 times faster than Megatronus. And not only that, he beat the world record. He went around the planet 5 times. That's how good this guy is. Anyway, guys, gotta go.